Hey guys, I'm Kai from Lucas Lane and Royals. Hope you're doing well. And this has turned out to be quite a late morning start for me. I do have my beverage here to help me out. I mean, it contains caffeine, but I still consider it a beverage. I will be giving you an update on the snakes, as well as an update on the koi pond that you see here behind me. I haven't really decided what to show you in terms of the snakes because there's just a lot of little things going on and not quite sure how to categorize them into this video just yet, but I'll think of something. But you can see that the pond is behind me and it looks much different than it was in the last video, which is when it was pretty much all concrete. I have added the lumber that you see along the edges and straightened out the liner, cut it off and stapled it down. I will be releasing a completely separate video dedicated to just the pond DIY build. But first I have to finish it. And to finish it means another trip to Home Depot. Yeah, standing in those long lines in this hot weather. That sounds like fun. But I guess it's gotta get done. What I'm planning on doing is getting 2x8x10 or 2x8x12 lumber and cutting it down and just putting it along the edge of the pond to hide that black liner and all the staples. Just really finish it off and have a polished look to it. Speaking of polished, maybe I have more motivation after I finish this. So after a couple more beverages, I am energized and rejuvenated. I am motivated and excited to finish this project. I'm at Home Depot right now, so let's go and get some lumber. All right guys, so that Home Depot that I went to didn't have the lumber that I needed. They were just out of it. And restocking would have taken at least a week. They weren't even sure if it was gonna arrive within a week, so I ended up going to another Home Depot. They only had like a handful of the dimensions that I needed, and of those I could only pick one. The other ones were just horrible. They were warped or cracked or splintering or had issues with knots in them. Anyway, I went to a Lowe's, which is nearby, and they had some as well, so I ended up getting 2 from there. So a total of 3, which is what I needed. Brought them home and then had to deal with the weather. It was like on and off rain for the entire day. The work that I needed to do didn't take that long, but it was just dealing with, you know, the drives, the stores, and then the weather. But I did manage to get the lumber cut down and I made the joints, and you can see they are actually just sitting on top of the pond right now. I don't have them screwed in or anything. They're just sitting there. I'm just waiting for some glue to dry because one of the pieces that I picked up, I noticed a small little crack in it. It looks like it could splinter into a bigger crack, so I wanted to deal with that as soon as possible. But I can go ahead and show you what that looks like now. Give you a really good idea of what the final product is gonna look like. And you can see I mitered the corners, but it's not really a true miter. I'll show you what I did with the corners in a future DIY video that's all about this pond. So that's pretty much what I have going on out here. So now let's go inside and take a look at some snakes. I figured out exactly what I wanna show you. We are now back inside, and like I said, I know exactly what I want to show you. Clutch number 2 hatchlings have all crawled out of the eggs, so I'm going to give them a bath and I'll show you what they look like. But before that, I want to show you my sisters. Well, not my actual sisters. I don't have real sisters. What I mean is I want to show you 2 ball pythons that I consider are sisters, but they're not actually related. You'll see what I mean. You'll see. Take a look at this bowl wrapping action right here. This is a Xanthic pinstripe, and that is an awesome example of an Xanthic, also pinstripe. Check out how gray it is. The silvers is not like browning out. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the camera. The camera's kind of making it look purple for some reason. It's like a purplish color. But yeah, it's silver. She is a silver color. Take a look at this tail end. So yeah, this is bowl wrapping. She's got follicles, pretty big, decent sized follicles right now. I did put a male to her. It was a, let's see, I actually don't have many Xanthic males, to be honest. So I had to kind of make do with what I have. So like I said, I don't have many males with the Xanthic gene. Kind of have to make do with what I have, and what I have is a fire double het for Xanthic pied. Actually, it's het for Xanthic and 66% het for pied. The reason I haven't really gotten another male is because, well, I really like the Xanthics that I have right now, and they're all female. They're all very silver in color. And even though I picked up a male before, it just wasn't at the caliber of these females. So I'm gonna use them to make a male. And so that's what I'm doing here. So again, that fire het for Xanthic, 66 het for pied is going to this girl. We'll try to make some lightning pieds in the process. That's one of my goals. Man, those girls are smoking, and I can't wait to get a couple clutches from them. Like I said, the male is a fire het for Xanthic. So with either of those pairings, I should be getting 50% Xanthics. It'll be my very first season to be able to produce some visual Xanthics. The male is also 66% het for pied, and he's got some really strong pied markers. So I'm feeling confident that he's gonna prove out, and hopefully with luck, I should have a chance of making a Xanthic pied. So keeping my fingers crossed there. All right, enough said. Let's move on to cleaning out clutch number 2. Just to preface this, the female is a lesser pastel super stripe. So with her offspring, they're either gonna have at a minimum yellow belly or spectre, because yellow belly and spectre is the combination that produces a super stripe, which is a ALS, or act like super. And the male is a pastel extreme gene clown. So all the hatchlings are gonna be het for clown. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I think the bath has been long enough. I got another tub here, 2 layers of paper towel with some water in there just to keep it moist. That allows them to have ample humidity, and also just to keep it wet so it's not so harsh on their belly that maybe it's still healing, maybe it's still open and they need a little bit more time to heal. So let's take a look at the babies, and I will put them into here. All right, so they look pretty good. They look like they've been washed off. We'll start off with one of the, what looks to be pastel yellow belly. Hold on, it's a little tangled up. All right, so we got here what I think is a pastel yellow belly. Got a little bit of blushing on the head. We got bright colors. Of course, they have to be either yellow belly or spectre. I think this is a yellow belly based on the pattern. We'll go ahead and put this little guy or girl away. I'll sex these later. I'm not really good at doing it with these gloves on, but I'll try. Girl, I guess. And then we have another one just like that. A little tangled. Okay, right here. A little bit more blushed out in the head than the last one, but not by much. A little bit of vermiculite or perlite, I mean. You can take a look. Very pretty, very bright and orange. We got some blushing coming through the dorsal. Don't think it's super.
I don't think it's a super pastel. Strange, I didn't get any super pastels in here, I don't believe. Again, I think this is Yellow Belly, not Spectre. I'll try to sex this boy or girl. Boy! So there's a hemipene. So once you see the hemipene, you can't unsee it. Let's move on to the next one. So maybe we'll do this one. Maybe we'll do the one with the lesser combo. So this is the one that has lesser in it. Probably lesser pastel, maybe Spectre, maybe Yellow Belly. Not too sure. Not too sure about this one. More Yellow Belly, right? More Yellow Belly-ish. So lesser, pastel, Yellow Belly is what I'm going with. Still have some, is that, what's going on? Oh, it's right there. Still have some perlite. But that's all right. They're all gonna shed out anyway. Let's pop this one and see what we got. Come on, don't squirm. That's a boy as well. So far we got 2 boys, 1 girl. Possibly 1 girl. And here's the one that I really like because I think it has the X-treme gene based on just that neck stripe. See how solid it is, and it's pretty thick. Looks like nice colors to it. It's a little bit more orangey than the other ones, if you can tell. But anyway, here it is. Hopefully this is pastel X-treme gene. Let's see, Spectre, Yellow Belly. Yellow Belly. I would say Yellow Belly, not Spectre. So far, no Spectres, huh? Maybe the next one will be a Spectre. But yeah, you can see the eye bands at the end. They're pinching inwards, so it's trying to connect, and you can see they do connect to the bottom as well, behind the jaw. Let's see if these guys have that connection. Let's see if these have that connection as well. So we can. So this one does not on this side. Does not on this side either. And then the other one. Nope. No, this side barely touches. So yeah, this one has both eye bands trying to pinch at the top, also connected to the lower jaw. So, and it has got that neck stripe. So I feel like this one would be considered a X-treme gene. Let's take a look at the tail end. See if we can pop this one. And it's a girl so far. I'll probably have to repop the ones that are girls right now. Like I said, I not that great popping with these gloves on. Just don't have that feel. All right, last one. This is obviously a lesser combo. Lesser, I would say lesser Spectre on this one, just because the patterns are very kind of squared off-ish instead of wacky. Yeah, so you can see that this one is pretty squared off, and not really sure if maybe the X-treme gene is doing that, helping the Spectre along with squaring off the alien heads. Usually with Yellow Belly, it kind of makes the alien heads a little bit wacky looking. Spectre kind of makes it a more uniform, square-ish arches. But look at the head on this one. Look at that head blushing. Almost pure white, almost as white as my gloves. And he's got that dorsal stripe running all the way down. Very nice. I would say that this is a pastel, lesser, X-treme gene Spectre. That's what I would say. If I'm right or wrong, whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know, to be honest. Still not very sure on how to identify Spectre. Sorry, still identify X-treme gene. And this one happens to be a girl as well. Great, so we got 2, what I think are X-treme genes, females, combos. So I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these over so I can put their water bowl in, and then they'll just go into the rack and we'll wait for them to shed out. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And once all those babies shed out, I'll make another video so you can see what they look like after their first shed. As for those two xanthic sisters, I should be expecting a clutch of eggs from both of them. So that'll be pretty exciting, and I'll keep you guys informed. And just so you know, the next video hopefully will be another egg cutting video because I have another clutch due to Pip. So if you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching, please share, and I'll see you guys next time.